Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to another Smite commentary. This time around, again in Arena, playing Agni this time. Agni, a long time god in Smite. Definitely a very fun one in my opinion. And one that is very powerful, but he falls out of favor over the course of time a few times. And then he's played again and then he's not, so he's a bit in an odd spot. In my opinion, he's kind of the definition of balance. He can be very powerful, he can be... Yeah, his potential is good, but you need to get online, which makes sense. So, what am I going to build? Agni has an ultimate that costs no mana, and his kit relies on his ultimate quite a lot. So that's the reason why I don't go for the cooldown reduction boots with Agni. I prefer getting the penetration boots on Agni because it's just a lot more powerful, and because I had a good amount of gold left I took a tiny trinket as well for that additional power, a bit of lifesteal. Lifesteal isn't too much, but it's better than nothing. Odin jumping in, did hit his combination, but he does need to be a bit careful because we are split up a bit and they aren't. So, what do I think of Arena? Lately I really like Arena, a lot more than Assault, to be honest. As well as Conquest, of course, but... nice dodge from the Chin-Chan. I could have used my ultimate and guarantee a stun, but I didn't feel like it. And he wastes his ult completely. You have a little charge up on the Chin-Chan ultimate, and in that time you can actually go away, get out of dodge, and I used my escape to do that. A bit risky, but if I got caught I still had my beats, so not too much of an issue. And as you can see, I picked up the penetration boots, which makes sense, deal a lot of damage with the additional pen. They do have a healer, so I might go for Divine Rune instantly. We'll have to see how the game goes when First Blood is dropped and the game intensifies. You will get a better feel for what item you might need. Tried to stun him, was not able to, otherwise I would have dropped some bombs on the Janus and he would have been in a lot of trouble. But I still have all my ultimates up, so that's just great. And actually Ra is stuck in the ultimate. Nice Aegis, and Odin is the one that's getting first blooded. But we are able to pick up Ra still, so that's just great. Yi going deep. I try to stun, try to deter him from going for our Loki, but I do need to be careful myself. Monkey Toss barely missing me. I'm able to get away. A health potion probably also good to pick up. I was out of mana, out of health. I can also go for a Bancroft's Talon. It provides you a lot of power, and when you're lower on health it provides you even more. The Loki is a bit annoying with his laugh spam, so I just mute him. And since it's quite safe, I can use my dash for additional damage, and we are able to pick up Chin-Chan. Him not getting any follow-up from his team. His team actually wasn't there, so he probably should have paid a bit more attention to that, but in the end it did end up costing him his life. The fact that we have Odin is very powerful. They have two mages that have no escapability out of the Odin cage. I'm talking about Ra and Janus, of course, unless one of the cages is has a wall in it. For instance, one of the pillars you see here, if that one is at the edge of the Odin ultimate, then Janus is still able to get out with his portal, but otherwise not really. As you can see, the mechanics on Agni is something you will never forget once you have a grasp for it. It's just something that really feels kind of natural with him. I really like the way his stun works, his one. You can detonate it after throwing out your ultimate. You can throw it out and then use an ability. You can throw it out, dash through it for a quick stun. You can also do it like this, like set the ultimate into the stun, guaranteeing additional damage. And you can also dash away and use your stun afterwards on the path that is left behind. I find that rather interesting one. Mechanic wise, that you have so much options with that single ability. Makes it a lot more fun in my opinion. Going to be a bit careful. No mana. Enough mana for ult, but I don't have it, so. That's a good thing about Arena, of course, is the fact that you don't really need any regen as to health and mana, since you get back so quickly. Lifesteal is good on a lot of guards though, so I definitely can recommend getting that one. Loki slowed a bunch, but we are able to burst down 2 of them, and 3 actually. Odin picked up the kill, and I picked up 2 of the others. Well done indeed. Loki did pay for it with his life, but we were able to capitalize on it, picking up 3 kills in return. So definitely in our favor by a long shot. This point I'm quite fat, 2-0 in 6. And well, it provides me a lot of additional power. I feel like I can use the red buff a little bit more than the others. Odin doesn't really need additional power as much, although he is an early game god. His base damage is probably good enough. As well as Loki is more late game, so Loki probably needs it later on. Or could use it better later on than now. At this point I'm really powerful. It's almost like a fully stacked Doom Orb with that Bancroft's Town. And as you can see, getting erased is the Janus. Finished off by our Rama. Easy kill, picked up just with a little combination. Tried to dodge the raw ultimate, was not able to. But as you can see again, a lot of damage on the Humbots and picked up by Zeus. Going very well. I'm able to keep myself safe enough. I do pick up the Aegis because I am getting low a good amount of times. A good item for Agni is Warlock Sash. Definitely can recommend it in some game modes. I don't really like it in Arena because, well, it's Arena. The stacks are hard to come by and take a long time. And Arena is probably the shortest game mode in the game. So definitely not recommend it in Arena too much. You could try it. You will stack it up completely, depending on if your team allows you to. Sometimes you have, for instance, a Kukulkan, and then it can be a little bit more difficult, but I think you get the point. An item that's still very good on Agni is the Spear of the Magus. Spear of the Magus gives flat pen only now, not percentage based anymore. As you can may or may not have seen, the enemy does not have any magical protection item yet. So this means that with 2 attacks, they are stripped completely out of their magical protections with my Spear of the Magus, and that can be done with the Rain of Fire, my ultimate, plus a Noxious Fume stun. They have been stripped completely from their protections. So definitely a good item to pick up. If you're against a lot of tanky targets, then Obsidian Shard is also a very good pickup. But especially for the early game, I definitely recommend getting a Spear of the Magus. Especially for Agni, because he can get those stacks on so easily. His passive provides it, his wand provides it, every single ability provides it. I kind of want to peel for this Loki, and I'm able to stun out the Hoji. But unfortunately enough, our Rama is having a rough time, and he's not able to get away. Loki did get away, so at least that's good. Although he is still lurking around. Looks like he is retreated. He has retreated. I can't really peel for Zeus anymore, unfortunately. I don't have any cooldown reduction. That's something I do like to get on Agni, but well, since I have a high damage build, I don't have any cooldown reduction yet. I kind of want Odin to retreat. I don't want him to be alone for too long. I saved up some mana. Maybe he's able to pick up the OE. Maybe with the help of my additional bomb damage. Ah, that's unfortunate. It doesn't look like it. I couldn't really stay anymore. I didn't have ultimate up. I didn't have any mana left. I didn't have an awful lot of health. And at this point I really need to defend. It's a lot more important to defend. I used my 1 for the additional damage. Definitely not an awful lot, especially at rank 1. It does almost 0 damage. It's more useful for the stun. And again, try to peel for my team. Dashing in aggressively. Luckily enough, the enemy team doesn't recognize that I used my dash aggressively. And they aren't capitalizing on of it. But we were able to, with the Zeus ult, he was able to pick up his killer Hoji. So that turned out even trade for us. So at this point we are ahead by a long shot, and the fact that we have an Odin against a Ra and a Janus as well makes it very rough for him. And I'm doing so much damage at this point. I'm ahead by so much, so I'll probably go for a Spear of Desolation. Spear of Desolation is a good item to pick up a bit later. It provides you again with the flat penetration. So with Spear of the Magus, Spear of Desolation and my penetration boots, I'm think kept for the flat pen. I'm not entirely sure, but not sure what that Chin-Chan was trying to do, but so I'm stacked up for pen, especially against these more squishy targets, doing a huge amount of damage with the build. Again, I lack the cooldown reduction, so that's something I should get afterwards, but at this point I'm not really too worried. What's good teleport? No, he doesn't. Looks like he does not go for it. And Loki is able to pick up the Janus after the amount of damage I did, but he used his escape, so he wasn't able to get away, so bit unfortunate in that regard, but not too much of an issue. Kinda want to get this buff. The damage buff will help me a lot. I can't really help them too much. I don't have my ultimate up, I don't have my stun up, I only have my dash up, so I elected to go just back to base. Farm up a little bit more. I need about 100 gold for that Spear of Desolation. Once I get that online, if I get a kill with my abilities, the cooldown will be reduced by 8 seconds, allowing me to do a lot more of my abilities. Probably not the best idea to jump into place. Odin probably should have just leaped away and then activate the shield. Might have gotten away. He leaped into a Chin-Chan ultimate. Even if he didn't die from the Hou-Yi, he would have died from the Chin-Chan, throwing him in an awkward situation. But that's alright. As you can see, I haven't died yet. I'll probably will, because it's quite difficult sometimes to stay alive the entire game. But we'll see if we're able to do something about it. And Agni, very safe guard with the fast dash on his 3. Loki being searched for by the enemy team. That's something that's a bit annoying sometimes to deal with. If you have a Loki that's very good at reading the enemy or reading your team, they can really be annoying in avoiding everything when they're invisible and just avoiding all the damage altogether. I'm hiding by the pinner. Chin-Chan actually didn't see me, but this time he did. I kind of jumped around him just to see if he noticed I was there. With my actors all up and all my Agni bombs, it will turn out in an engagement soon. If Odin gets a good cage off, then it's already a kill for us without any problem at all. Although I must admit the raw Aegis has been on point. Without those Aegis, he wouldn't have survived as long as he did. And probably died. You did not see that. I didn't press. I sometimes have that issue that when I try to use VGS comments, I accidentally forget the V or the U and just press the wrong button and, well, activate an active. Kinda feels bad. I wanted to go and help the Odin, but since I'm surrounded by the bots, I figured I could focus him, and as you see I can do a huge amount of damage to him. Using the pillar to my advantage, something you can definitely do. Stun not fast enough, pinning him into place, so I'll have to retreat, and also having no mana. Going for the mana buff, for that additional mana regen. And I have a lot of power. Spear of Desolation, probably not the best thing. Looks like I'm not going for any cooldown reduction. I probably would have liked it a bit better because I'm waiting for abilities a lot. Also, it provides me some MP5. But bursting someone down in 3 bombs is also a lot of fun. As you can see, huge amount of burst. Able to kill the Hou-Yi while he was focusing Zeus too much. Spear of Desolation allowing me to stun again. So definitely very helpful in this time. saving Zeus's ass big time. So at this point, the spear actually did work out. I'm not a huge fan of Spear of Desolation, but it definitely has its uses, as you saw here. I was able to stun twice to save the Zeus, provide some peeling, provide a lot of damage, killing off the Yi almost instantly. Raw, bit overextended, and I'm able to throw 2 bombs on him. 500 damage per bomb is just nuts. As you can see, he leaps away, 1 final bomb. Actually, it was already finished off by something else. I heard the Janus use his ultimate. Fortunately enough, he does get me with his unstable vortex. First death on the counter, but he will get a lot of gold for it. A huge amount of gold, but as you can see, doesn't really matter too much. We're at 170 to 12. There's no way we are going to give this away, even if we just feed at this point and clear the minion waves. I think we'll still win, so we'll have to see. Raw glitching forward at speed of light. Interesting. And he is just laugh taunting and dies instantly for it. And only 1 more minion to go. It looks like if we kill off 1 big minion, we already won. So this pretty much is over. Doesn't matter anymore what I buy. And as you can see, 1 minion finished off by the Loki. Good game. 9-1 in 20. So I was part of 29 of the 38 kills. A very nice score. And actually went very well, I got to admit. But Agni is very safe with his dash. If you use it at the right moment, if they waste some abilities on you and you can dash away from them, rather than dash away when you feel threatened and after that they use abilities. And as you can see, even more damage done on Zeus, but Zeus still a lot of damage, of course. Even though we did have the Odin-Zeus combination, I didn't see them use their ults a lot in synergy. But in this game it didn't really matter too much. We were kind of wrecking them. If someone was stuck in the Odin cage with that additional second on the Odin cage, it's just very difficult for them to get out, especially for Ra and Janus. Yi, Humbasa and Chen only could have been caught if they didn't, if they did use their escapes already, which is kind of difficult to look for sometimes. But, well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have you got any of your gods you'd like to see me play? Please let me know. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.